and I okay, so I could see, here's a young kid, famous, he's rich, all this stuff happened quick for him. I want to mentor him. I want to help him get through this transition of life to be like, hey, man. But he's not mentoring him well.
No.
If that's the case.
No, they're just hanging out with
They're just
other douchebags.
partying with all their money.
Well, I hope, for everybody's sake, Floyd just goes away and just stays away.
I don't know. It's one of those things where they'll never stop talking about it until he's too old to come back.
That's true.
Because how old was Foreman when he came back? He was pretty old.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you. Like 40, 43, 44, something like that.
And that seems unheard of to me.
And that was embarrassing when he came back, too.
Because when you look at these older guys, like, what's his name for the Mets? The pitcher, he's like Colon.
Oh, Bartolo Colon.
What is he, like 40?
I have no
41
idea.
I
just know he is big.
You just look at him, you're like, jeez.
Well, James Franco, not James Franco, Julio Franco.
Yeah.
You remember him from being a kid. He was the one with the weird batting stance. He played for Atlanta.
Yeah.
He's playing over in Japan. He's like 58 years
old.
old.
Is he really?
Yeah, it just came across my
Why
Facebook
isn't
feed.
that on ESPN highlights?
Yeah, he's 58 years old playing professional sports over in
That's
Japan.
amazing.
And he looks, I mean, outside of, a little bit of wear and tear on his face, but he looks great.
Because the best Japan players will come play here.
Right.
So their league must be pretty competitive.
Yeah.
I mean, if the guys are coming out of there that good.
Their pitchers don't even blink an eye at throwing 150 pitches.
Well, yeah.
In a game. They're like, oh, that's an easy day.
Yeah.
So then they come over here and we're like, whoa, you're up to 80. We're going to have to start thinking about getting the bullpen up.
Must be all that tea that they drink. Yeah.
An interesting fact, did you know that women over there, they used to tie their feet?
Yeah, I know. To collapse them and shrink them so they'd be so petite?
They would put their toes underneath their foot and break them into the sole of the foot.
They kind of break and then fold it, and then they just keep doing it till it grew that way.
Do you know the reasoning for that?
Well, they wanted the girls to have small feet, something about to be elegant or something.
It actually, what it does, it forces them to walk a certain way, which
all I know is the stereotypes.
Which
yeah, where it looks like they're tip, chop, chop, chop,
and
like a little video game. Pop, 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 pop,
yep.
pop.
It makes them walk like that, and that walking that way forces them to use their Kegel muscles.
Come on.
I swear to this is true.
That must be an afterthought. Like, holy shit, did you notice everyone's pussy got tighter?
No, it was intentional because the men over the
is that the small dicks thing?
Yeah, the men over there, they
That's such okay.
I'm telling you, I read
right.
an entire article about it the other day. I was blown away.
Wow.
So yeah,
I do learn something every time I do this show.
Awesome. Coming up after the break, Facebook is ready to introduce something, and Whitney Houston going on tour.
She's back?
She's coming back. She's going on tour.
Finally.
Coming up after the break. Thank you guys for listening to the Bill and Joe Show.
You're listening to the Bill and Joe Show.
Tech for a better life. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the new podcast that is hosted by Matthew Stover. It's under 4 minutes, so it's not like our program, but what it does is that it compacts all the new technology that you need to know about in everything that you think that you know and everything that is coming out that you need to be in front of. So it prepares you for technology. I want you to go to Apple iTunes and search for Tech for Better Life. It's right there. You can find it. You can listen to it and learn. All right, so here's a pretty cool thing. I want you guys to visit Mo's Heroes, mosheroes.org. And coming up, September 21st, 2015, Buffalo Wild Wings has got a National Eat Wings Raise Funds. Hashtag Mo's Wings Monday. And what they do is they raise money for veterans, people that fight for our country, people that that have come back and that they need a little bit of support, and they're asking for your help. And Buffalo Wild Wings, okay, that's no joke. You don't get Buffalo Wild Wings to back this stuff unless you're a big deal. And you just need to go to Mo's Heroes, MOS Heroes.org, or call 1-844-MOS-HERO, and you can donate. You can anything. 10% of the Buffalo Wild Wings on Monday will be given to our veterans that serve our country, that continue to serve our country, and that have served our country. And that's the most important thing. So go there right now, mosheroes.org. Couldn't think of a better way of talking about this next product. It's called Safe Cough. And having 2 kids of my own, and my little boy, he will get sick if the wind changes. He is just, his immune system is garbage. My little girl, she'll catch Ebola and be done with it by the afternoon. But Safe Cough is a pretty cool idea. And you can go to Indiegogo.com and search for Safe Cough. And what it is basically is it's a device that you stick through your middle finger. You wear it like a ring, and the device is in your palm. And any time that you cough, just like you naturally would cough by clenching your fist and coughing into your hand, you cough into this chamber that will, it's exactly like a purifier in a water bottle. And it neutralizes all of the quote-unquote disease that you're spreading. So if you care about your family, if you care about your friends, if you care about your kids, if you don't want to spread whatever it is that you have, you can buy this. You can just put it on your finger and cough into it, and it will contaminate, or it will contain your virus. It's a fantastic idea. I love it. You go to Indiegogo, you look for Safe Cough, and they come in small, medium, and large, and just support this. This is a great cause. It's a great idea, and it stops everybody from getting sick. So I would suggest doing it, and it's a cool idea. I almost want to buy one just so I can do that. What the hell is that? Oh, it's my Safe Cough. Why would you do that? Because I care about you. That's right. Yeah, because I care about you. I don't want you getting what I have, so I'm going to contain it with Safe Cough.
You're listening to the Bill and Joe Show.
Sponsors. All right. Welcome back to the Bill and Joe Show. Joe is here with me.
Yo.
Before the break, we were talking about Facebook. They're introducing the dislike button. Now, you're not a Facebook guy, but how many times have you been like, I really wish I could dislike
I wish
this.
I could dislike that.
Yeah.
This just sounds like, a good reason for them not to have it was people bully each other.
Right.
Facebook was all about positivity,
Sure.
You're connecting and
sharing information.
Keeping up with people and sharing info and maybe meeting new people.
Right.
Creating this network of people that maybe you wouldn't have known. Okay, now I know Bill's so-and-so cousin and this person.
Right.
And now I have a bigger, larger group of friends.
Right.
And to dislike things would be kind of a slap in their face. I dislike this.
Right. But everything on Facebook, bullying happens on Facebook without the dislike.
Yeah, you can talk trash, but you just can't give a thumbs down.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true, but I don't know. They're coming out with it, and the internet is like, "Oh my God, thank you, thank you, Mark, finally." What have you been asking for?
How many YouTube videos will there be? It finally happened. I can't believe it. Thank you, Zuckerberg.
And Whitney Houston is going on a world tour, and I want to get your impression of.
Tell me, they're bringing her petrified corpse,
mummified,
and they're bringing it out,
rolling it out.
They roll it out
like on a Hannibal Lecter kind of thing.
Uh-huh. and then the spotlight hits, and there's just and they play something, and like she was able to get such a great sound from her voice.
Sure.
And it wasn't so much the throat, it was just the way that the tones could echo through her skull, and just some people just have that perfect shaped head.
Sure.
And they're gonna play music through her
put
through
an
her
iPod,
skull.
It's in her skull.
Like, oh, it's like she's here.
Actually, a company called Hologram USA or something. They did the Michael Jackson at the Billboard Awards. They did the Tupac one at the VMAs, I think.
Right.
Anyway, the Whitney Houston's estate holder, her sister, is signed off on this company going on a worldwide tour with Whitney being a hologram, like moving all around the stage. Would you ever, Joe, pay? And it's going to be expensive as shit.
Oh yeah.
Would you ever pay anything, let alone a lot of money, to see? I don't know.
A dead person?
Well, name me a musician of yours that's died. Like Nirvana.
Okay.
Would you watch Chris Novoselic and David Grohl like live on stage with like a fake?
That would be something. If the Foo Fighters turned out to be nothing, like Dave Grohl, all he could do was drum. It turns out he wasn't a good songwriter or singer or anything, and all he had was his drumming.
Right.
And so him and Chris Novoselic decided still tour,
open up a Subway shop, and then go on tour.
And all they have is those 30 plus songs that Nirvana wrote,
right?
And that's all they can do,
right?
Oh man, that would be just so sad, wouldn't it? If someone did that, because like Sublime, they still tour with some other guy singing,
right?
But it's Sublime songs,
right?
And so like a band like that would have, or Blind Melon,
right?
I loved Blind Melon.
I know you loved Blind Melon. I don't know if the market would be big enough.
No, they're not big enough. But
right.
I would. I wish I could have seen Shannon Hoon, and this technology would allow that now.
Would allow that to happen. Can you believe that this is happening?
I think it's about time, actually.
Really?
I mean, I remember like 12 years ago or so, I did a class, graphic design class, where we actually had real clients. They wanted us to design the logo for their new restaurant.
Oh, cool.
And part of the thing was
I a part of this class?
No. But part of the
No.
No, we asked you to go get some more supplies.
God.
Part of the thing, whoever the winner was, obviously, you got to put that in your portfolio and
sure
in the notoriety.
That's a big deal.
But one of the things is that they were going to have a hologram stage where you got to watch Frank Sinatra.
Oh, okay.
Or older people, Elvis, people that had died, but here you can watch them again.
Wow.
And that was a long time ago.
Right. Yeah, I guess you're right.
And I never...
And they said that they're going to have like a coordinator, like a voice, I guess, impersonator. That's what I should say.
No.
It's gonna be her voice singing, but they want her to be able to interact with the crowd. So, so they're gonna have this voice impersonator that has got a camera. They're gonna set cameras in front of the stage. So, like, if there's a witty sign or something, that she can actually be like, "Hey, girl, I love you too," or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
So they're taking it all the way.
But it's gonna be like, you can't just make this cartoon. It's not just fully animated and it can do and look like her, right?
Right.
So you're going to have this hologram that makes this... Okay, so the song ends, and then the hologram probably reverts to a standing and just like hanging out like a video game.
Well, I'm sure
like when you're waiting for the menu to like press start, and
right.
and the person's just standing there like bobbing up and down,
right,
moving, and then like, "Hey girl, I like your sign."
Right. Well, I'm sure that they'll have her like... There's got to be some sort of loop that they could put, so it's not like she's bending over at the end of the song and then all of a sudden straight up. But I don't know.
Every song will end with her standing back up and going right into the loop where she's kind of just leaning to the side and kind of bobbing her head.
Like she'll be walking, like they're gonna have her walk like across the stage.
How about this band?
Yeah. Okay, so getting back to art class, I was hoping that you could maybe let our listeners